Good morning and welcome back to CityLine. I was just telling our guest here on the comfy couch how hungry I am because Sean Tibbetts is in the house, as you saw in the wide shot, from Tibbetts Fernhill. Sean, what am I smelling?
You are smelling some caramelized mushrooms and onions. I'm going to be making a cream of mushroom soup that is gluten-free.
Oh, I love that.
For folks for the holidays when they're doing their green bean casserole that everybody seems to love.
Oh, yeah, so we're going to be back to you in the fourth segment. But with me right now is a phenomenal woman, Sarah Oliver. You are the Deputy Director of Point Defiance Zoo and Aquarium, and we are going to talk about the one, the only measurement of every holiday season, Zoolights. Welcome to CityLine.
Thank you.
It's good to have you back on the comfy couch. It's been a while.
It has. Thank you.
Sarah, tell us about your history with Point Defiance Zoo and Aquarium. How long have you been there?
I've been there about 4.5 years.
Wow, that went by quick.
It has flown by. I feel like it's the dream job I never knew I wanted. I had a career in nonprofit management and was contacted about an opening at the zoo, and they described what they were hoping to bring in. Someone who could focus on culture and team building and all of those good things, because they have so many experts in the animal care, veterinary care. Obviously, our operations crew is amazing. So I got to join the team, and I absolutely love it.
I love that. So for people who perhaps this is their first season to experience the awesome wonder that we call Zoolights, tell us about Zoolights. What do they need to know?
Zoolights is an absolutely beautiful event. It's a nighttime event
It
with
is.
lots and lots of light displays. I think what's amazing about Zoolights, and maybe a little different from some of the other light displays that you can go around and see throughout the community, is that they're all handmade by our operations crew. So our electricians, carpenters, our custodial team, our horticultural team work together to create these beautiful displays every year.
Oh my gosh. So there are over 800,000 lights at Zoolights.
That's right.
First off, for our parents at home, as you're watching this, you can never complain about the Christmas tree ever again after looking at these kinds of lights. Sarah, tell us, how long does it take to set this up? When do you actually start?
Well, there's planning and dreaming that happens ahead of time, because as I said, it's all in-house. But the setup starts on October 1st every year.
Okay.
October 1st, we open up the day after Thanksgiving. We run the program through January 1st, although next year we're going to go a little longer. This year it's through January 1st. And then from then through the end of February, we're taking it down, putting it away, fixing things that were broken.
Yes.
Figuring out how many new lights we need to buy for next year.
I love that. So I love that you separated it out into planning and dreaming, because I imagine, because I know Point Defiance Zoo and Aquarium team, they all are a bunch of dreamers.
They are.
That's a given, even to even work for Point Defiance Zoo and
that's
Aquarium.
right.
You've got to be able to imagine what is not there yet. So when you think about what goes into this, is there anything new this year our guests can see? Because you guys have been dreaming about this year round.
You know, we have the flame tree has gone up 35 years in a row. So some of the things are well-loved traditions, but every year there's a couple of new little fun things to look for. So this year we're celebrating Willow, our baby muskox, who is absolutely adorable, and also the polar bear twins, Astra and Lerka. So there are those displays, and they're this really kind of a different approach. It's like a shadow box.
Ooh.
Really beautiful.
Ooh,
and again, they made them themselves. Just
Love
gorgeous.
that. I love that. So in the 4 years that you have been there, if you had to name right off the top of your head one of the community's favorite light displays, because you're there every night, I know you are, or at least you're watching from some camera, what do you see where people just run toward it?
Well, people really love the Seahawks tree,
Yep.
which gets bigger every year because it's a tree.
It's a train.
And the Mount Rainier is a
Yes,
big
that's
favorite.
one of my favorites.
Absolutely gorgeous. We do the crew moves some of those iconic pieces around the site a little bit, so it creates a new vision every year. And the Narrows Bridge is really cool.
Oh, look
with
at
those
that.
two bridges.
Okay.
There's our octopus.
There it is. Oh, that is incredible.
Yeah.
Look at, oh yes.
Lots of good photo ops.
You know, the photo ops are amazing because they kind of are the Christmas card or the holiday card. Oh, there's Bigfoot for next year. So it's fun to get in there and take that picture and then go, oh, and that was taken last year. We were so busy. When we think about other experiences, because we may be able to see some maybe groovy goats, I hear, or
That's
a
right.
carousel.
That's
Tell us
right.
about that.
Yeah, so Zoolights is primarily a light event, and we want to make sure people understand if you want to come and see all the wonderful animals at the zoo, come during the day. We'd love to see you. But at night, we do have the groovy goats. And you can go and see goats in holiday coats. You can feed them. We also have a premiere experience that if your family truly adores goats
Yes.
and wants to go in and groom them, give them a festive holiday treat, that is something you can book separately.
Oh, little goat yoga.
Oh, that's a great idea.
That's a good
We'll
idea.
have to explore that.
Yeah, I think that's next year's gift.
Maybe.
Yeah, give your studio the gift of goat yoga. I love that. So we can see some animals, the ones that come out at nighttime, or
I will say that the goats for sure.
yes.
Occasionally you will see an animal in we call it the Asia Day Room,
Yeah.
the little enclosed area, but we don't want to promise anything because we don't
No.
want people to be disappointed.
That's
So
right.
most of the animals are sleeping at that time, but you might catch a little glimpse here and there.
I love that. So as this light display is unveiled and we head toward January 1, when do you repair the lights that have gone out? Does that happen during the day? Does it happen
Yes.
when you see it?
Well, so our crew does continue to work. That's something they
Yeah.
always make sure I'm aware. Once it's set up, we're not done. They maintain those throughout the season. So yeah, certainly there's some work that happens every day to fix this and that. Sometimes there's the other night, a little windy night.
yes.
Yeah, we were saying the pine cones are hitting my roof. I'm like, uh-oh.
So-
Tomorrow
so-
we'll have to do some fixing.
Get in early, sweep out the zoo, and get things reattached. How do we get tickets?
Tickets are online. And so you need to make sure that you get on there, you know, those weekends right before the holidays.
Boom.
They sell out. So if you have a time when you really want to go, get on there, get your tickets now.
I love that.
We are doing timed ticketing. That's the one time that we are. So you have to pick a day and a time. And the reason for that is we want everyone to have a really smooth parking experience and have a lovely time on site. So many, many years ago, we had shuttles.
I
And,
remember that from the upper and lower parking
So
lots.
difficult, so frustrating. We don't want to do that anymore.
No shuttles.
That was the one gift of COVID, was we learned, hey, we can do online time ticketing and everyone just has such a much nicer experience. So
I love that.
you just do a little extra planning ahead, but it's worth it.
Okay. Well, because, you know, if you're thinking of those illustrious Christmas photos, you're going to get the kids dressed up. You're going to get yourself and your partner dressed up. And that needs to be a timed entry because those looks don't last for long. Let me tell you.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about as people are coming in, if they're wanting some hot chocolate or something like
Oh,
that, tell
yes.
us where we can go for that.
Absolutely. So the main cafe will be open. We'll have dinner as well as sweet treats, hot drinks. They also have some cocktails you can enjoy there in the cafe.
Is that new?
Well, the last couple of years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those do need to stay at the cafe, enjoy those, and then go and enjoy your walk around Zoolights. But the cocoa you can walk with anywhere. And
Oh,
then
I love that.
for most nights, there will also be other stations around the zoo with treats and snacks and warm drinks.
I love that. And of course, the best gift we can give anybody as we are visiting Zoolights would be what? The gift of membership.
The gift of membership.
Oh my
I
gosh,
like
because
that.
I've watched people walk into Zoolights for the first time and they have never been to the zoo in any incarnation and they are gobsmacked, blown away by the lights, and then you just know that they want to raise their family there.
Oh, thank you. You know, we're just so proud of the way that we're able to support the community and provide these opportunities to make memories together. And we love getting that support as well. You know, the summertime is our high attendance period.
It is.
That's when we bring in the majority of our ticket prices, which supports the zoo. And in the wintertime, Zoolights helps us to fund, you know, animals eat all year long.
They do.
And they need care and
They
staff
do.
to support them all year long. So it's a way for us to kind of
Yeah.
amp up that support during our lower attendance season.
Absolutely. As Leslie Dalzell, our executive director that was on the first segment from the Humane Society, you're right. They eat year around. There are
They
times when
do.
they get sick.
They
you
do.
need specialists to come in.
That's right.
So all of this goes toward probably one of the best causes we have. And I want to say something else, and that is that as I'm watching the news and I'm seeing pandas going back to China, you know, I look at that and I think our zoo is so homegrown. I mean, we have cubs we name, we have goats we name, we have summer camps for kids. We have a huge, every year they have what used to be called Zoolights. It may be called, no, I'm sorry, Jubilee. It may be called something else, but the zoo is year-round. So we do want to encourage people to get that membership, get those time tickets.
Yes, thank you.
And continue to be a part of our zoo and leave comments of what you want to see next, because the Point Defiance Zoo and Aquarium listens.
They do.
They do. And I want to say one of the best things I've ever seen there are birthday parties. When I see these little kids come in and they're going through, and I even got to see some of the snow tiger cubs. We had them here probably about 10 years ago on the couch. So thank you so much for all that you do for us for this holiday season.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. Sean, how's it going over there?
Well, it's a blessing. I'm looking pretty good.
All right.
Got some good smells over here, and this is going to be fun.
All right, okay, you're up next. So get your finger in there, taste it, and we'll be right back, all right?
Okay, thank you.
We'll see you in just a bit.